Here we are, mate. The final furlong. It's literally days away.
Literally the final countdown.
It's make or break.
It is make or break. The thing is, it's become a two-horse race, and you know we've all got a lot of support for Howard Cox.
Yeah.
And I feel we kind of let him down a little bit. But we always said at the beginning we were going to get behind the person polling the highest. So each candidate had their challenge to really push themselves as much as possible. Susan Hall's miles ahead, unfortunately. You know, in that sense. I mean, not so unfortunately, but obviously it's well, unfortunately, Howard, I suppose. But Susan Hall's doing well. She's going to be our best hope. So,
what do you think are the chances, honestly? Because consistently, Sadiq Khan has been ahead in the polls. Consistently, and I know it's a case of how much do we trust the polls.
That's
a different thing. But what do you reckon?
The gap is supposedly closing, and it's closing quite a lot. So that's a good sign. But I think people are realising there's more to ULEZ there's more to just oppose, you know, the ULEZ than just clean air.
Yeah.
So people that live in London will think, oh, ULEZ is great because it reduces the amount of cars on the road. For example, that's the theory. The problem is with ULEZ expansion, if someone that lives in Croydon has to pay £12.50 to drive their car, previously they wouldn't drive before the ULEZ expansion. They wouldn't drive into the North-South Circular because they'd have to pay £12.50. Now they've got to pay £12.50 to drive anyway. So they're thinking, well, I might as well drive into central London.
I do that. Every time I take my car out, I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth now.
Absolutely. This is the problem.
I'm paying for it.
And the people in central London probably don't realise this. So they're thinking, oh, I like ULEZ. But they're missing a trick, because if they got rid of the ULEZ expansion as well, under Susan Hall, there'd be less cars coming into central London, because the people would think, well, I'm not going to go into central London now because I don't have to pay it if I don't. Whereas now I do anyway, so I might as well just...
You know, the other thing is that I was talking about this to somebody the other day. I grew up in central London, as you know. I grew up in central Islington, not far from here.
Yeah.
And I used to drive around.
Yeah.
And it was still possible.
Yeah.
Like, I could meet up with my friends, we could go for drives, we could do whatever.
Yeah.
Now you can't drive in London. So traffic hasn't got less, it's got worse.
Oh,
surely.
it's absolutely terrible, yes. I mean, we've been closing roads off and closing lanes and turning them into cycle lanes. I mean, see, Lower Thames Street and Upper Thames Street, that used to flow fantastically. It used to be a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, and it used to be a really good run-through, or, you know, a trunk road. It's now a cycle lane, and you see, like, you know, there's a cycle lane every 5 or 10 minutes coming through. But for every 1 or 2 cycles that come through, you think, oh, great, that's 2 cars off the road. But you're then causing 3,000 cars to sit in traffic with their engines running.
Yeah.
So it's not a benefit to the environment at all, and it's not of a benefit to the people that want to get from A to B. So, you know, Sadiq Khan's literally been playing Farmville with London like it's a game. No, I'm serious. He's been playing with it like a game. Oh, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, I'm going to change this. Not thinking, oh, actually, what if it doesn't work?
So let's look at Thursday. If he comes back in again as mayor, what happens to all of this?
We'll have to try and get him to listen to us. So that's going to have to be the next move, is to try and get him to listen to us. Because obviously he will be if he wins, he'll be the elected mayor of London. You know, and that's democracy. So, but we'll just have to try and pressure him to listen to us and talk to us, engage with us, and say, look, this is what's wrong with it. This is what we, you know, this is what we want to do. This is what we think is wrong. So, you know.
So your message for the potential future mayor of London, whoever that might be.
Yeah, my message to the mayor is you need to listen to the people, not just the people who do vote for you, the people that don't vote for you, and understand the reason they don't vote for you. And the reason they don't vote for you is because you're not listening. Listen, you ignored the consultation. You said to us before you got elected, I'm not going to expand the ULEZ, and that's exactly what you did. That's why I carry that coffin democracy. You know, democracy's dead without a manifesto meaning something, and without a consultation being taken notice of. So
awesome. Well, good luck to all of us, Kingsley. It's literally days away.
It is.
Final message to everybody listening here, what they should all do on Thursday.
Get out, vote for Susan Hall, then you've got a top-up vote and a GLA vote. So obviously you do with those what you will, but the most important thing is to vote tactically and vote for Susan Hall to get rid of Sadiq Khan.
Thanks, Kingsley.
Thank you.
Check this out, guys. It's my book. It's my first novel, and it's written for car fans like you. It's a fun political action thriller. It's full of cool cars and spectacular action. Get your copy now at Amazon.com.